Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Josh, show everybody how they can contact the show, get in touch with me at any time. There you go. Now, let's go back to the press conference, okay? So, the media is spun out of control because they've went and they've got a statement from Angela Merkel from Germany, the chancellor, or whatever the hell she is over there. When is she going to be gone? And then the new prime minister, Boris said he don't think he's up with the old Russian thing, being a part of the G8. But Macron, okay, French president or whatever the hell they got over there, Macron, he kindly agrees with the Donald. So all you are hearing today is how despicable, it's disgusting. Just the thought of Trump bringing Russia into the meeting. Right? Trump explains that. Now, the media will not let you know that, but let's go to 1220, Josh, and let's go into why the president of the United States says, hey, why not bring Russia back into the G7 and make it the G8 again? Play it, Josh.
Yeah. They outsmarted Obama. In fact, it was because they annexed Crimea. You know that they're still there. That was outsmarting Obama. So Russia outsmarted President Obama. They took over during his term, not during mine, Crimea. They're still there. Why let them in now? They took over Crimea. If you'd stop being an organ of the Democrats, I mean, you know, you'd let me answer the question. I'll answer it very easily. It's a very simple question. The fact is, President Putin totally outsmarted President Obama on Crimea and other things, including the red line in the sand, all right? He made a living on outsmarting President Obama. And frankly, because of it, Obama was upset, and he got Obama out of what was the G8 into the G7. It's come up, should we put Russia back in? We spend a lot of time talking about Russia at those meetings, and they're not there. I think it would be a good thing if Russia were there, so we can speak directly, not have to speak by telephone and other things. So, here's the thing. It's a vote of what's now the G7. They were taken out because Putin outsmarted on Crimea, on the red line, on other things. Totally outsmarted Obama. Obama was upset. They took him out. I think Russia should be a part of it because we're looking for world peace and other things, trade and other things, and it would be a lot easier to have Russia in where they had always been. So they're still there, sir, but sir, they're still there, so why let them in if they're still there?
See, now, if that was Obama or any other president, we're looking for world peace would have made the headline. President would like to make the G8, would like to include Russia in the G8. Now, I'm not advocating for Russia. I think we got some serious problems there, but we are looking for world peace. That would have blasted all of the headlines everywhere, every single place. That's where it would not be, I'm the chosen one. It would be presidents looking for world peace. But no, it's not even brought up. Not even brought up. This president saying that. Now, what he's trying to tell, and like he said, look, if you would slow down from being a Democrat operative, I love the nerve of this guy. I swear to God, hey, if you would slow down being a Democrat operative with the whole Crimea, I get it, okay? But let me answer the question. What he's trying to say is they go to the meeting, the G7, and they spend an enormous amount of time behind closed doors talking about Russia. They spend time actually, hey, get that Ruski on the phone. Let's put him on a conference call. I know they can't be in the G8, but we got to ask them a question because we're getting ready to do something and we want to see what the Ruskies think. So they go to these meetings, the G7, and Trump says we spend a lot of time talking about Russia. We spend a lot of time, making phone calls to Russia to see if we can get their input on something. Let's just get them in the damn room. Now, I'm not telling you whether I agree or disagree, but he actually, as the president of the United States, he explains to the American people very clearly why he's saying, hey, let's put Russia in the G8 again. I want world peace. Want to get some, they may be able to help us economically, throughout the world. We may be able to do some other things with them. Again, not advocating, but his answer and his reasoning is very clear. Not, well, Obama failed. Folks, he failed miserably. Vladimir Putin made a living out of using Obama for a punching bag. Bottom line, we spend an enormous amount of time talking about Russia and get the Ruski on the phone. Why don't we just bring them in to talk to him right there? I want world peace, but no. The Russia G8 is being looked. What's Russia have on him? I mean, he said it publicly. He didn't say it behind closed doors. He said it right there on the White House lawn. Oh, the Russians have something on him. I tell you, they got something on him. He wants them back in the G8. No. Hey, look, I went to a G8 meeting, and, for 2 hours we talked about Russia, and then we got 3 Ruskies on the phone to see what their opinion of something was. Why didn't we just have him at the meeting? That's why he's a businessman. Why don't you just bring him into the meeting? Let's find out. Okay. So I want to go to that. All right. And then let's see what else do I want to try to get. We got the Freedom Zone here. Let's see. I've got, we did that. Denmark, Israel, Russia, family separation, Joe Biden. Let's go with 2729. I like this one for a reason. And then we'll come back. And then birthright citizenship. We'll knock these out really quick because I want to get them. 2729. They love their president. President Trump is talking about the fake news that did not report his trip to Dayton or El Paso. So he thought he would report it himself, I guess. Let's go with that one, Josh. You got the number?
I did. I went to the hospitals. I will tell you this. I went to the hospitals. It was totally falsely reported. There were beautiful, very sad, horrible moments, but there were beautiful moments in the sense that these people, the families, and also the people that were so badly injured that I was with, they love our country.
But what do they want?
And frankly, you want to know the truth? They love their president. And nobody wrote that. Nobody wrote that because you didn't write the truth. New York Times doesn't like to write the truth. Sure, but they totally love our country, and they do love our president. So when I went to Dayton, and when I went to El Paso, and I went into those hospitals, the love for me, and me maybe as a representative of the country, but for me, and my love for them was unparalleled. These are incredible people. But if you read the papers, it was like nobody would meet with me. Not only did they meet with me, they were pouring out of the rooms. The doctors were coming out of the operating rooms. There were hundreds and hundreds of people all over the floor. You couldn't even walk on it. So, there's a lot to happen. The people in Dayton, let me just explain. People in Dayton, people of El Paso, these are incredible people. And those victims and the survivors and the families, I love those people.
Sir, what do you say to those critics? What do you say to those critics? Sir, the thumbs up of the migrant child, what do you say to those critics?
All right. They love their president. You guys lied once again to the American people, and that's why I'm bringing this up. But I do want to go to ISIS. Let's go to 2522. I'll give you the go here in a minute. 2522 ISIS. You're hearing the media, the hashtag deep state corporate corrupt media. Well, ISIS has reared their ugly head. They're back. ISIS is back. Coming to you on ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, and all the other lefty stations this fall. ISIS returns. So let's do 2522 and let the president tell you directly about ISIS.
Okay? We wiped out the caliphate 100%. I did it in record time. But at a certain point, all of these other countries where ISIS is around, they've been decimated, by the way, badly decimated. But all of these countries are going to have to fight them. Because do we want to stay there for another 19 years? I don't think so. So So at a certain point, other countries, and that includes Russia, and it includes Iran, and Turkey, and Iraq, and Afghanistan, and Pakistan, and India. Look, India is right there. They're not fighting it, we're fighting it. Pakistan is right next door. They're fighting it. Very little. Very, very little. It's not fair. The United States, we're 7,000 miles away. We have decimated ISIS. You haven't been hearing much about ISIS. And we took the caliphate, 100%. When I took it at 98, I said, all right, maybe we go home now. Let these other countries handle it. Everyone went crazy. They said, do 100%. They said it was going to take a year. It took me a month, and they're gone. The caliphate is gone. And by the way, we're holding thousands of ISIS fighters right now. And Europe has to take them. And if Europe doesn't take them, I'll have no choice but to release them into the countries from which they came, which is Germany and France and other places. Because we beat them. We captured them. We've got thousands of them. And now, as usual, our allies say, oh no, we don't want them, even though they came from France and Germany and other places. So we're going to tell them, and we've already told them, take these prisoners that we've captured, because the United States is not going to put them in Guantanamo for the next 50 years and pay for it.
What's your deadline? Sir, why should Americans...
Moving along my deadline,
Sir,
they
why
know.
should Americans be allowed to buy this all right?
There you go. That's your ISIS update. They will not report that. The American people are not going to pay for these people to play volleyball down at Guantanamo Bay. We're not going to go down there, and we're not going to clean the place up, put their volleyball and their let them have everything they want that an Obama administration let them have at Guantanamo Bay for 50 years. We're not paying for it, okay? So that is the president. Now, when I say this, that's the president of the United States of America's full explanation on ISIS, where they stand, but the media wants to blow up ISIS still exists. Where is the responsibility in the world? And that's what Donald Trump says, okay, our president. Let's go. We got two more I got to do because I am going to finish. I will tell you our finish today is Apple Tim Cook, because Apple Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, the comment the president made, it's the clearest. If you want to understand who Donald Trump is as your president, that comment to me is very clear. Let's listen to 3123 really quick, Josh, on birthright citizenship. Let's do that one so we can get to the close.
Say it. We're looking at that very seriously. Birthright citizenship, where you have a baby in our land, you walk over the border, have a baby. Congratulations, the baby's now a U.S. citizen. We're looking at it very, very seriously. I don't know how you found that out, but that's very good. We are looking at birthright citizenship very seriously. It's frankly ridiculous.
All right, I just wanted you to hear that. You have our Constitution. You have a choice to decide if you agree with the president or not. But he will come out and he'll be very clear on where he stands, okay? You may disagree. You may believe that 1 foot in and you have a baby, okay? I mean, you know, when someone finds out they're pregnant in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, somewhere in South America, you know, they run for the border, and that is our border, to get across there in that 9th month. And if you believe in just come in, have the baby, and there you go, free ride. Here's your ticket. You know, Willy Wonka, golden ticket. You won a free ride as a citizen. You can decide that, but the president is very clear, and the media will not report it. Now, we have the Freedom Zone with Candace coming up at 10 o'clock. I'm going to get out of here about 9:52 this morning. But I want to finish with this for a reason, okay? Now, I told you the other day I did not, during the Obama administration, all right, during the Obama administration and many others, Apple was enjoying, all of the no tariffs in China, cheap labor in China, and your media would come on. Good morning, America. Wow, we're outside. Where are you at, Biff? Biff, where are you at? Well, I'm outside of the New York City Apple store where the line is 4 blocks down the street waiting for the new I this, I that, right? Exactly. When Apple, it was not a major release. Remember when Apple was just ripping off. Now, to me, ripping off Americans for overpriced phones, computers, or whatever is my opinion. It's a good product, and good company, and they were having the release, and they would press release that they're getting a new product, and the media would go crazy, and they would talk about it for a week, and they'd build it all up, and then the goofy little kids with the orange socks would go stand in line because they had to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade. I'm at a 6. I'm going to 7, baby. The camera's just a little sharper. Really? The mic is, it's clear. No. Boom. Get away from it, BKP. Point being is they were enjoying that. Now, Huawei or whatever they are that stole all their intellectual property, that is basically producing the iPhone all over the world, and it's really shot them out. And then Samsung, one of our favorite trading partners in South Korea, has done a very good job marketing in this country, from washers and dryers, you name it, TVs to your phone. Apple is feeling someone's taking a slice out of the apple. I've been waiting all day to use that one, right? So before we finish this morning, and I want you to listen to the soundbite. Let's go to 3243 and listen to the question asked. Now, here's the thing. It's not, there's a mix with these reporters. Democrat operatives, fake news, they really know what they're talking about, won't report it. And then there's that element of the ones in the crowd that just don't have a damn clue what they're saying. All right. Let's go to that one right there. What I said, let's see, 3243, and we'll come back. Let's listen to what the president says about Apple and Tim Cook.
Apple, sir. You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook of Apple.
I do.
Why more so with him than with other tech executives?
Oh, I have with everybody, but he's the one that calls me. You know why? That's why he's a great executive. Because he calls me, and others don't. Others go out and hire very expensive consultants, and Tim Cook calls Donald Trump directly. Pretty good. And I would take their call too. But the only one that calls me is Tim Cook. He calls me whenever there's a problem. He'll call. Now the problem was that Samsung, a competitor, good competitor, wouldn't be paying tariffs, and Tim Cook would. I got to help him out short term with that problem, because it's a great American company. Samsung is in South Korea. Not fair that Samsung isn't hit while he's hit, right? But the reason I speak to Tim Cook, he's the one that calls me. The other ones don't call. They go out and hire for millions of dollars consultants that have less power than you do.
You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook. Now, I'm not getting into Apple bashing my Apple this morning. You seem to have a good relationship with Tim Cook. Why is that? I'm a businessman, okay? I kindly understand why Apple is where they're at today, but Tim Cook picks up the phone and calls Donald Trump. He calls me, okay? These other companies hire millions and millions of dollars of lobbyists, and Tim Cook calls Donald Trump. He says, Mr. President, let's talk about this. This is hurting Mike. And I say, hey, you know what, Tim? You're a good American company. I got to figure out what to do. We got to get together. We got to figure this out. What are we going to do? I don't want to hurt your company, right? Tim Cook picks up the phone and calls him. Now, my prediction would be that Donald Trump is going to do something where Apple is concerned, because the man picks up the phone and calls They're both businessmen. And he's trying to help Apple. Now, agree or disagree, but I think that last clip there is a very, very clear. It's a way. How do I know this president? That's it right there. Josh, I do want to come up with a couple things this morning before we leave. Okay, let's go to number 52. This is what they're trying to sell you on background checks. Number 52. People don't even know what the hell they're talking about, let alone how to answer that poll. I'm not going to be able to get through every one, so let me get to a couple. That's that. This is go to 40, number 40. Hickenlooper is going to run. You're going to hear a lot about taking back the Senate, the Democrats taking back the Senate, and you're going to hear a lot about Cory Gardner, and Cory Gardner is going to kiss every Democrat's ass in Colorado. Republicans will probably base their fears of not holding the Senate and returning Mitch McConnell as the leader of the Senate on Cory Gardner. I have a fear of that myself because he is a wuss in Colorado. They claim that he's already down 53-40 with Hickenlooper was running for president, but that was basically to get his name out there a little bit, get some national coverage, and now it's on. Hickenlooper has always been used to try to work towards the Senate. Never was running for president. So that's that. Okay. Here it is, number 37. Number 37, the Denver Post. John Hickenlooper will run for U.S. Senate. Two-time governor there, sources say. So that is the Democrats' move on the Senate. Number 38, Al Gore's brother, their twin, Al Gore's twin, separated at birth. Really? I don't know. Number 38, Jay Inslee drops out of the 2020 presidential race. I didn't know he was really ever in it. He was just a crazy guy sitting there on the stage yelling climate change. Number 35, Josh, 35. O'Rourke compares Trump's comments to the Third Reich. They will not take time and break down the press conference, but they'll run and get him. Number 34, Biden. Trump doesn't know anything about Jewish history. Well, okay. Let me see what else I have here. I want to make sure I'm not leaving anything out. Some we did not get to. Some we did. Hang on there, Josh. Hang on. I might have one more. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything. Number 9. ABC News sets moderator rules for third Democrat debate. Right here, number 8. Here's the ones. Candidates who have qualified for the third debate. There they are. That means they have told enough lies, manipulated enough people, done anything they could to beg you for $1 and to get a little support to get on the debate stage. Josh, let's go to number 1. There you go. That's AOC plus 3. I'm your host. I'm out. It's time for the Freedom Zone with Candace, the truth set free, right here on FYNTV.com. We will see you tomorrow morning, Sycamore Crossing and Blue Ridge.